Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the early late night show starring KJ Traynor, Mitch Fortier, and the loudest man on late night television, KJ Traynor.
The loudest man on late night television. Welcome to the early late night live show, everyone. In the filmmaking business, communication is key. Communication is what makes everyone arrive on set on time. Communication is what makes sure everybody's reading the same script. In a recent interview I had with Steven Spielberg, he commented on the topic of communication by saying, quote, "How did you get this number? And who the hell are you?" Unquote. Communication is key. It's how we keep our lights on. Of course, they're not our lights because we actually can't afford a studio, so we bum off of someone else, which also required communication. Communication is how we all stay on the same news topics. Of course, we share all our news topics with a group chat. None of us actually read the links. Every now and then we watch YouTube videos, and then we all arrive confused. Communication is the key. Communication probably is making you wondering right now why this monologue seems a little weird. It's because of communication, none of us actually decided who was going to write the monologue this week, and I was simply making this up as I go along. It is the early late night live show, and we have our guests. I got to read the name of the film company, Hot Top Films. Yes, because I was going to pronounce it wrong because once again, I didn't pay attention to communication. We're live. Late night live show. Considering I was referred to as the loudest man on late night television, I decided I was actually going to introduce this loudly. It is the early late night live show. We are on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 and our YouTube channel, the early late night live show YouTube channel. I want to say hello to Mike Kehoe, who's in the YouTube channel right now. I also want to say, hey, YouTube, it was fair use. Why did you pull down our episode from last week? And guess what? We're going to dispute it. So yes, Terry's bringing that up right now because I'm a little ticked about it. Anyways, welcome to the show. We interview guests of all sorts. We have Hot Top Films in today, which I'm very excited about because we just had a little chat beforehand, and they are just so much fun. I had so much fun talking with them beforehand. Hopefully they don't screw it up when they come on live TV. But anyways, they seem like a barrel of laughs, and I'm looking forward to having them on the show. But yes, we're on every Wednesday night. We interview guests of all sorts, actors, filmmakers, comedians, musicians, but no photographers. Why? Well, yeah. Anyways, we're turning over to the news right now. KJ, what have we got in the news today?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm going to stop laughing for a second.
See, you actually have something to read from, so I'm just completely going off the cuff here.
Yeah, well, you're pretty good at that.
Well, thank you.
I don't want to give you a big head,
it's
but you're
actually
pretty good
staying
at that.
to a script is where I get difficult.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I don't know why I write them sometimes.
Yes.
All right, so we start always with the box office for last week.
Yes.
Rocket Man debuted last week. Mm-hmm. They're hoping for it to at least meet or overtake
Bohemian Rhapsody.
And it started off at 25 million domestically.
Okay,
So
but Bohemian actually had a slow start too, I think, though, right?
It did. It did a little better than that. I think it was in the 45 to 50 range at Bohemian Rhapsody back in November. But maybe it'll have a second win like that.
Yeah, you know.
But Aladdin was number 3 with 42 million in its second weekend. But Godzilla, King of the Monsters, was king of the box office this weekend.
Yeah. Godzilla. How long did it take you to think of that joke?
Oh, I just thought of it just now. I may have stolen it from another headline.
Yeah, I know.
Did you guys happen to see Godzilla or no?
No, we didn't.
I did.
Was it good?
It was Godzilla. Full,
Okay.
if that's a word.
Was it as
Godzilla Phil?
Michael Martin's given a
It was thumbs up.
Big thumbs up.
Quick question. Did you just give a nod because you don't have a microphone right now? Did you like the other one, the Bryan Cranston versus Godzilla one? No. Okay, you didn't like that one. Did you like Jack? Did you like the other one?
Yeah, I did like the first one. Yeah, this is like a sequel to it.
No, I get that. Yes, I'm not an idiot.
Oh, no, I was explaining that to you. I was explaining that to the audience. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But was it better than the first one?
Yes.
Okay, because it
Yes.
looked. Okay, because it
But
looked.
was it better than like the 1950s one with Raymond Burr? Just asking.
It wasn't as
Monster-wise, I thought the monsters were pretty crazy. Like that was all, there was so many monsters and they had so much screen time. The human perspective is always a little shaky.
Okay, all right. Now, was Godzilla on screen for longer than, what, 5 minutes? I think in the first one, he was only in the film for like 8 minutes total or
I
something
think they
like
said
that.
this is his longest screen time out of
So
any
9
Godzilla
minutes
film.
So that probably beats the, what was it, the 98 one?
The 98 one, he was in a ton of the 98 one,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I love
This
the
one,
98
it seemed
but
like
I guess
he
it's
was
a bad.
in a lot.
Yeah.
It seemed like
So
he
they
was on
actually
screen.
made Godzilla the star of a Godzilla film. Who would have thought? How much did
Pretty
it
good.
make?
And there are a lot of monsters.
It
in that one,
made
too, as well,
47. Oh, I'm sorry, I just cut you
so.
off.
Fine.
You have your whole quarter at the end of the show, all right? Stop interrupting Arnie. So seriously, what's
Friends,
wrong?
though. You know, we can do stuff like that.
I know.
Did you watch any Godzilla movie?
Who's Godzilla?
Yeah.
All right, so it made 47 million in its opening weekend.
That's not very good.
No, not really. I mean, I think I can't
That's
remember.
only
I was trying to
1/3
think-
yeah.
I mean, Aladdin
Endgame.
beat. Yeah, I mean, Aladdin beat it hands down.
Okay,
with,
so
with its opening weekend.
All right, let me get this straight. All right,
A magic
a
carpet.
floating blue Will Smith. All right,
You're shocked by this.
beat Godzilla. Okay, all right? So Godzilla ain't got you know what on Will Smith. Then is that true?
I don't know what you know what is.
Oh, come on. Has anyone else seen that movie Training Day? Anybody seen Training Day? Really? With Denzel Washington, Godzilla
yeah, something
ain't
completely
got
different
blank on me.
coming to mind. Yeah.
Okay, come on. Wow, geez, what's wrong with you?
I guess
people?
you're the culture guy around here, Terry.
Anyone seen Training Day? No one seen? Thank
Yes,
you. Yes,
but it was a long
Thank you.
time ago.
Thank you, Mark. You're now my favorite person in the room right now. Doesn't mean a heck of a lot, but
Even
still.
though Joel didn't like the other one, the other Godzilla.
He hasn't seen Training Day.
Oh well, there's
Yeah,
that,
sorry, Joel.
Do you want other news, or are we just
Oh,
going
yes,
to go
yes,
on
it
to
is a
other
news
things?
segment, yes,
All right.
yeah.
So Hallmark has announced that they're going to release their first 2 new Christmas movies this year in July.
Very exciting.
Starting on July 7th with Christmas Camp, and July 13th with Christmas Match.
Christmas Camp and Christmas Match.
Yeah.
Which Christmas Match has a bit of a twist on the traditional Hallmark movie formula.
Let's give a quick talk about a family tradition between
Yep.
me and Arnie here, is that we watch a crappy Hallmark Christmas movie once a year, okay? And then what we used to do is just crap on the film the whole time. But the older we get,
The better they are.
yes. Now, I don't know if it's just because we're like getting older and more sentimental, or
Or maybe
just,
they're getting better
Or the
at
one that
making
we
movies.
watched had Roger
or
Moore
more Roger
in it.
Moore in it, and it was
It was
just
pretty
like,
awesome.
Yes, you know,
And it starred the same castle that they used in The Christmas Prince.
which is
I
weird.
should
You know
not
that.
know that. I bet you our guests knew that, but whatever.
Okay, so yes,
All right,
so we have sort of
so-
a thing for Christmas.
Yeah,
Hallmark Christmas
we
movies.
actually love Hallmark movies.
Yes.
All right, so Christmas Camp stars. It's about a woman who lives in a small town and runs she works in her mother's antique shop and puts on an annual Christmas pageant in honor of her late father.
It's usually an antique shop, a bookshop,
Yep.
or a
in this-
cafe.
Right.
Yes.
And then when a man named Ryder visits her store, she wonders if she should have left town and followed her dreams of becoming a theater director. So unlike the usual formula, which is like they go back to town and they're like, oh, I should never have left, this one's like, oh, maybe I should have. So I
Right.
just wonder what this guy did when he walked into her store to make her think, I shouldn't have done this. I gotta leave.
This guy's back in town, so now I
That's it,
have to
I'm
leave.
splitting.
Which does remind me of a joke, which I will say in a little bit, but Mitch wants to talk right now.
I do. You don't want to add to your list, though? The cafe, the bookshop,
Oh, what
whatever,
would you wanna add? Yeah.
bed and breakfast.
A bed and breakfast,
Yeah,
yes.
the quaint
Yeah.
country inn.
Right.
I love this stuff.
Right, yeah.
Basically, I want to live a Hallmark movie. Basically.
Basically, yeah.
I have
well,
to admit, I actually watched a Hallmark movie last year.
Yeah.
Even a couple of them. One is called 3 Christmases and a Wedding.
Oh.
I think something along those
Nice.
lines. Like they basically ran into each other 3 Christmases in a row, but
Mm-hmm.
something happened each time, and they kept having to separate for whatever reason. And then
So I
eventually they got
watched like a
together.
whole bunch
Got married.
of Hallmark movies, and then I watched the Netflix Hallmark movies, like the knockoff Hallmark movies.
Knockoff? Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
and the Christmas Prince ranks right up there with the Hallmark movie, but all the other ones are just not as good. I'm like, Netflix
but not
has
as
got a
good,
way
you
to
mean
go.
not as bad, right?
Well, they are good though. We can't keep bashing on them because.
A Hallmark movie is sort of like Karate Kid 3. So bad, it's amazing.
Well, they're not. They're really actually. All right, let's move on.
Okay, all right, yes.
So Indiana Jones 5, which
Yes.
they've been ballyhooing about for the past couple of years, they
Yep.
say they're actually going to start filming it in 2020. That's what Harrison Ford says.
Okay, how old would he be then at that point? He's got to be,
I don't think it matters really because it's Harrison Ford.
that's true.
So I would argue that's that
You're just gonna be mumbling throughout the whole thing, anyways. You know.
It's like that.
So, yeah.
He's easily in his 50s, probably early 60s.
He was in his 50s when he was doing Clear and Present Danger. No, he's like in his 80s now.
Oh, hey, Renee and Bob Taranto are in the
Oh yeah,
the
hey,
YouTube.
right, hello. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were joking. My bad. I didn't mean to laugh. No, he's like in his 80s. He's
still
old.
kicking
He's
butt.
properly old at this point in time. You know, because he's in his 60s when he did the last one.
Yeah.
You know,
I wonder if
did
Plus-
more stunts in his 60s than he did in like the earlier films.
So we have no excuse.
Well, we have no excuse at all.
76.
He's 76. Okay, yeah,
It's a big number.
that's a big number to be running around. You know,
But
still
he can
doing
do
action.
it. I was so glad he took the hat back at the end of the 4. Because
Yeah.
no, don't give it to that guy.
Everyone hated the 4th. I really didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
And I can hear seething in the room. I can just, I can just hear over the internet waves. Some guy who was raised in the 80s just popped. Like that's because nothing was as good once it came out of the 80s. So that's what the rule of thumb is, I guess. Anyways, what else we got in the news?
Okay, so there was a controlled explosion on Bond 25.
Yes.
And nobody like in the studio was hurt, but apparently one of the cast members outside the area was lightly injured. So now everyone's saying like, oh my God, this set is cursed.
So it's not that controlled.
I was going to say, so was it a result of the explosion that he got hurt?
Yeah. But they said like it's nothing. It's not like Daniel Craig, they didn't have to airlift him, or he's just a side guy, they're not going to airlift him. I don't know, but like.
So maybe controlled is not the word, it's intentional.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe that's why they called it controlled. Like we hit our target, So
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
no, most of the time, yeah. I mean, okay, well, it's not uncommon though. It's in Bond's past to actually have a cursed set. The filming of License to Kill back in 1989 was filmed on a stretch of highway in Mexico, which was considered to be haunted. And they thought this was ridiculous until some of the crew members actually saw apparitions. Trucks started spontaneously combusting into flames, and trucks started driving on their own. And as a result, the film flopped and almost killed the entire Bond series. Back in 1989. License to Kill with Timothy
Wow.
Dalton,
Sounds
second
like the
Bond film.
Twilight Zone movie. Like they had a whole bunch of terrible things, including 2
Death.
deaths.
Yeah, so-
on the Twilight Zone movie. So don't make a Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah, they should make an episode of the Twilight Zone about
The Twilight Zone movie.
exactly.
Make a series
And
of
it's been
episodes
long
about
enough
it.
past, so let me see. Let me see. Bob Turner says, "Yay, hot top! I can't type well on my iPad." Okay,
Hot top.
and I think it's because the comment right before says "message retracted." So
Actually, it would have been really funny if it did say hot top,
yeah,
but it actually says
Because
hot
that's what I
top.
kept
He
saying.
corrected. So
and
yeah.
They had to correct me on that.
it's hop top.
Yes.
not
Yeah.
hot top. Hop top.
Right.
Right. And when you were
a
telling
bunny.
me, yes, you did this little hop thing.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Yes.
I don't remember that. I must have been.
I'm trying to
insane.
forget it right now,
It must
so-
have, yeah, it must have been a moment of insanity.
All right. What else we got in the news?
So Wonder Woman 2, which is set in 1984, just
Mm-hmm.
released a poster.
Okay.
I forgot to send it to our guys, so we can't put it on the screen. But
Good.
it's a cool photo.
That's good.
So they're calling it Wonder Woman
what's that?
2.
That's communication
Yes.
right there.
Yep. So she does have a new costume, which they've revealed today, and it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like another version of Wonder Woman's costume. It's like
Yep.
whenever they said like we have a new version of Captain America's outfit, I never could tell the
But did
difference
she
between
go back
one
to
and
the
another.
Amazon and get a new one, then go back to 1984?
She's a woman. I mean, we're allowed to change our clothes every once in
No,
a while.
but her costume comes from
yeah, they make them all the
Amazon.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like they have planes. No.
Okay. All right. Anyways, we
She got
got
a costume at
Oh
Amazon.
no, but we have one more thing that we've
All right.
got to say,
Yeah.
and I know we got to wrap it up. But we had a premiere for Typo Squad.
Yes.
And Typo Squad's just been accepted into its first film festival.
Yes.
So
Nice.
and so we have a short clip from that.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about.
Oh,
See, now
sorry.
if we had proper communication before the show, we would have known that
Never
was what
gonna
I was
happen.
what I was going to say.
Keep trying though.
So yeah, a quick shout out to Stephen Lomer and congratulations on him completing his film. And when I say this, congratulations on completing a film. Most films, including in Hollywood, the majority of them don't get done. A lot of them end up as a script or as a screen test for a film that never completed. So, a little quick side note: Bruce Willis played in the film Sixth Sense because he owed a debt to Disney because he stopped a film in the middle of shooting that was supposed to be made through Disney. Really quick shout out to that. So that's how he owed them 3 movies. So don't owe a debt
Wow.
to Disney. Otherwise, you'll end up in.
The Sixth Sense was a good
It
movie.
was a good
though.
movie.
It
and
was a
did
good
well,
movie,
actually.
yeah. But I'm not sure if I want to be on the set with M. Night Shyamalan. Anyways,
Here's a bit of a deal.
so yes, but congratulations to Stephen Lomer. It's a big deal to get something that was originally just a book onto the screen, and it's a big deal to get it into a film festival because it's not always easy. So here's a clip from Typo Squad. We come right back. We'll be with our guest, Hop Top Films.
Typos!
What about him?
Typos on the chalkboard.
Agent Traynor, are you positive?
Yes.
Get these people out of here. Everybody, eyes down, eyes down. Whoa, whoa,
Sit.
Dick, no!
Dick, eyes down. Dick.
Oh, that was a quick. I was expecting a fade. And the sign went down again. And you're back, and we're back. Except Arnie and Mitch aren't back, but it is still the early late night live show. We're on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Channel 98, Extra Channel 98, and our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe so you can join us every week. And I want to make an apology right now to our first guest, Joel. Okay, because wasn't Godzilla ain't got you know what on me. It's actually King Kong ain't got crap on me. And so I apologize, people.
Thank you for clarifying that.
No problem. You still haven't seen Training Day, but that doesn't matter. So that's
You were insulting Hallmark too, so we'll let it go.
He's really into Hallmark. I don't know
Really
if you
into
noticed that.
Hallmark.
He loves Hallmark.
Yes, and can I regale the story of how we first met? Just
Sure,
Because
please.
okay, so I have interviewed a lot of actors between my film company and being on the show, and a lot of times when I'm working with actors, I always ask, in hopes to make the dream come true, what's the one role you would want to play? And I was filming monologues at Steve Blackwood's class, and I asked the question, and Joel, without even hesitating, shot his hand up, and he says, I want to star in a Hallmark movie. And I started busting a gut laugh, and I said, that's the best effing answer I've ever heard yet. And so that is still the best answer.
It's still the dream.
It is, that's
Still the
That's
dream.
been the
Hashtag Hallmark
dream
Heart.
been the-
ever since testing.
Yes, yeah. Ever since our first acting thing together.
Yep.
So Mark, Jennifer, Joel,
Yes.
Hop Top Films. How did you guys meet?
So we work with Hop Top, like we're actors that they got for their films. So I'm just repping.
Yep, okay.
I'm repping them right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Evan
all right.
Snyder is pretty much the lead,
And he's
lead
fantastic.
of
Unbelievable.
Hop Top Films.
All right,
Him and Paul Taft. They're amazing people to
Oh,
work
that's
with.
cool.
They're
Bet you they
really
have a sign that actually stands up.
You know what? sometimes signs fall down. It's just a thing.
Mark's just really strong.
Yeah.
I sit down and things just crumble.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I wait.
Well, yeah. Let's Do you not remember the question? Do you not remember the question?
Yeah, how did we meet?
Yeah,
well,
how
how
did
did
we meet?
you guys
Yeah, how
met
did we
first?
meet?
Oh, you want?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just me and Joel. So we got cast in this Vimeo.
Venmo. Not Venmo. No, Vimeo.
Vimeo.
I thought you said Venom for a second. I'm like, that wasn't that long ago for starters.
Yeah,
but
we
still.
did Venom.
Vimeo,
No.
Vimeo web series.
Vimeo
Web series. It was called Testing, done by Angelwood Productions, and we were just patients, pretty
Yep.
much military.
Yes, there was
military test subjects.
8 of us at the start, and that's how we met on set.
Yeah. He judged me before even meeting me.
Real
And,
hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at him.
He was like, douchebag. And I'm pretty sure he still has the same thoughts.
Right, yeah.
There's just more affection there now,
yeah.
like at this point.
But now he loves me.
So it's like he's a douchebag, but he's yours.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a really good way. He's
Exactly.
my douchebag. My douchebag, yes.
Okay.
And we met Jen
And then-
with one N, and it's 2 N's when you go Jen.
Yes.
Jen with
and
one N and the other N is for the Niffer.
Yeah.
Right?
She saves it.
She explained that to us
I'm
earlier.
not a Jen
so,
in, I'm Jen.
so when you type her name, if you go Jen, just
They just found this out. They've been calling me Jen with two N's
Yes,
since
really
February,
testy about that.
and I feel like I just had to clarify.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to let you know right now. I feel like we're in a safe space.
She's triggered.
I triggered.
I understand, because I tell people, yeah, my name is Terry, the Q is silent. That's what I tell them.
Perfect.
So yeah, we met Jen on the set of Hotline.
Yes.
That's the TV pilot that we're working with Hop Top on. We still got a couple days to film on there, but it's been a fun time.
And they were all cliquey, and I was nervous,
true.
and I was like, I don't know if these guys are going to be okay. What's
There's
the
not like there's
deal?
clicks on sets or anything.
No, that's never happens.
never a click.
You were doing handstand push-ups against the wall.
Yeah, as one
on,
does.
Like day one, and
As
I was
one
like,
does.
oh
Yeah.
Lord, what have we gotten ourselves into?
I was trying to do push-ups with him on my back. It didn't work out
Yep.
too well.
It
Yep.
should work out.
Things just
It was-
escalated from there.
It was for an audition. Just want to clarify that.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, you're the
For an
douchebag.
audition that he didn't film that day.
Yeah.
Right.
I was practicing. For it, yeah.
You know, it would have been just better if you just said, yeah, no, I do handstand push-ups.
I mean, I
That's
can't.
just- Right, yeah.
But that's besides the point. That's besides the point.
And as a guy who has 7 brothers, I completely understand. Look, dude, I'll sit on your back because there's one of 2 ways this is going to happen. I'm going to hurt you, or you're going to impress me. In both ways, it's going to be
win.
enjoyable for me.
Exactly.
Right.
So what's the chemistry like on set with the 3 of you then?
I think it escalated pretty quickly.
It did escalate pretty quick.
We spent we were on set together, just the 3 of us, 2 days.
Yeah.
And then we talk almost every day.
Yeah, we have a really good chain going on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. It was
We
pretty
have
funny.
We have
a
a
very
group
strong group text.
The group text game is strong.
So I think we got along so well because we all have very dry humor.
Very dry humor.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and
Which
it works.
lends
It works
itself.
with like Hotline as well because the script is just
Very dry,
very
dark
dry
sense of
humor and
humor.
just so funny.
Like Jerry Seinfeld type of like.
So it's like
More
funnier.
offensive.
a little bit more offensive.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like no hold bar.
Oh yes, yeah. No, it's
We go there.
we go there.
Because you're flipping the bird on the poster. So
Well, that's not okay. So
No,
to
so to clarify the
clarify,
poster.
I mean, to start off, so it's like, okay,
Sure.
so this isn't just a regular sitcom, because obviously this poster can't be allowed in regular areas. So
Right.
this, you know, so what's the basic plot?
So I actually edited that poster. That has nothing. I mean,
The post
I
we
think it- I
hung
think
out
it
one
hits it
night.
pretty
We
good,
did
but-
some new headshots. Mark has some really good photography work that he's also picking up. Shameless
we don't have
plugs.
photographers in the show, so we don't talk
Sorry,
about
we don't
that.
talk about them.
We're
But
not
if,
gonna talk
but
about
if you
this.
actor
did,
first.
There we go.
Actor, yeah.
Actor first.
Primary
Did you
focus
not
actor.
listen? I don't blame if you didn't, but did you not listen earlier?
We were Googling how old Harrison Ford is.
Yeah,
He's
we were all very
77.
curious. Very
He's
curious.
77.
Yeah.
Okay, so who got it wrong and who said 76?
Everyone.
Seriously, Mitch?
Everyone.
Wow.
He said
everyone
50.
was wrong.
Now everyone just look shamefully at Mitch, just like.
Way to go, Mitch.
Yeah, seriously, Mitch. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, so the overall plot of Hotline.
Right.
That was the question, I believe.
Yes.
Mark, do you want to jump on
Yes.
that?
We can't really give too much away
All right.
because Evan doesn't really want us talking too much about it. But it's a crisis intervention hotline that
Okay.
we
Yes.
work at.
Yes. Mhm.
Oh, I can
so
see this
it's
going
like-
very
yes.
dark areas.
The
Just
office.
office.
Think
but
office with crisis intervention.
hotline.
Yeah. And
Maybe Office Space, a little bit of that humor in there.
Yeah, and we follow Mark's character's journey a bit, kind
Yeah.
of what leads him into
So when I think
into
of
joining
like,
that.
when I think of like crisis hotline, you know, the people I imagine on the other end of the phone don't look like you. That's
Nope.
not what I,
no,
Yeah, and this is
So we are employees.
yes,
I've been there the longest, hence my flipping the bird because I'm a little
yes.
jaded at this point. I've been there for 6 years. Darren's been there for 4, and then this is
I'm brand
Nick's first day and sort of his introduction to
To-
I'm a crisis
to
intervention
this.
virgin.
To this dynamic.
So okay, why are you guys called the Big Three?
Jen?
Well,
Why are we called the Big Three?
there's a variety of reasons.
So many reasons. So many reasons.
They-
What's up?
We're waiting for Jen.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, so you're really going to give me this one. Well, we the 3 of us were just secluded so often, and we just found ourselves playing tic-tac-toe, just we know the number 3 just followed us everywhere continuously. Just did 3 shots of
3 tears.
3 single tears.
Yeah, I think it's definitely fair to say for Hotline that we are the 3 main characters that like it follows. So we just were on set just constantly together. And one thing that was amazing about working with Hop Top and just with them too is like most fun set that I personally have ever had. And it's just really nice as like an actor to have like cast that we, like as Jen said, we instantly just like got along, and it's just so fun to just be able to practice scenes and just to try out different things. And I think at some point, I don't know if it's someone from the crew or we just kind of said it, but we just became the big 3.
Yeah,
Like
the big three. Those words came out somewhere,
Yeah,
and it was just like,
like,
all right, there we go.
That's how they called us on the set back.
This
And that
makes
was it.
sense because a lot of times you only have 1 or 2 guests because honestly the couch is only so big, and so that's what.
Oh,
but
we
I
make
was
it
told
work.
I was told they come together as the 3 of them, and I thought
Yep.
Arnie screwed up. That's what I thought. but that's what went through my head.
Yeah,
Right, yes,
right.
my little assumption.
Communication.
I guess I owe
Yes.
you an apology now, Arnie, too, and I owe Joel an apology here right now. Another apology for calling him Joe.
It's okay. It's okay. You're just racking them up right now.
Yeah, and give you my apology. 76 years.
Oh, his birthday didn't
It didn't happen yet.
When is it? When is it?
July 13th.
Okay.
So soon.
You are
Everyone
so
mark your
close
calendar.
to being
close.
Mark your calendar.
Right, yeah. So I guess I owe
Harrison
Mitch, I owe
Ford.
you an apology. This is
And Harrison
Really
Ford.
just
an
Indiana
apology.
Jones.
Yeah.
and I owe Harrison Ford because I called
Yes.
him like 86 years old.
Yeah.
So that's that was kind of mean. You know.
He looks good for 76, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks even better for 86. I mean, that's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the
Trying
real
to compliment him. That's all you
But I
want
know
to do.
it's like wasn't my fault he's not that old. Sorry, dude. And yeah, but anyway, so all right, so what's the dream right now? I'm gonna ask this. It's not on the questions list, so but I'm just gonna throw that away for now. All right, so
we're
I'm gonna
off-
go.
we're off script.
You're off script.
I'm gonna have a panic
I'm
attack.
really good.
Is there anything in this mug?
Fine. I'm really good at off script. Keep going.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, you take it.
Okay. All right.
Go first then.
Joe,
shot.
We already know.
we already know
We
his.
already know
Yeah.
mine, so I'm done.
Hallmark movie. Right. Yep. Okay.
Nailed it.
We
Can't take
talked
that.
about this one day between takes. We were like, what's the big
dream
goal?
role?
And I think you want to do the Hallmark. I won't take yours. I mean, I was
He can
like,
answer the question.
Yes, he
you
can answer.
You can answer for yourself.
Do you want to go first? Do you want to go down the line?
You should go next.
Oh, I would love to do something, like I would love to be on a TV show. Like I would love to have consistent work. I always find that I gravitate towards, I will binge watch like 8 episodes of a show because I get so emotionally invested in the same characters, and I love the recurring themes. And sometimes I'm like, I don't want to commit to a 2-hour movie because it's going to be over.
Right. That's
I would rather watch something for 13 seasons.
And that's how you want to grow with the character. And that's
of
the type of
course.
role
I
you
think
want to play
you
too.
can do a lot more work.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. What would you say the big dream for you is?
Honestly, it's a little creepy.
We're on.
So here we go.
We're on public access
right.
television.
I would.
I got warned by my crew member that he didn't. When I went to do my freelance monologue, he said he wanted to keep his job here. So just
no, it's not. I don't think it's not creepy.
It's not a
really
surprise.
creepy.
Okay.
It's just
It's not a surprise.
I think playing some type of serial killer, normal person by day, serial killer by night.
Wow.
That's kind of like my dream role.
wanna
I've
be the
always
bad
kind of
guy.
gravitated towards
Yeah.
like the Joker because of his persona, but to do it in a realistic type setting, I think would be awesome. Just to kind of get in the mindset of that.
Wow. All right. I like
Tap
it.
into some dark stuff.
All
Yeah.
very different things.
It's either that or Batman.
Right. Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
Robert Pattinson.
Well, over
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson and him, I'm taking him right off the bat.
Yeah, please.
So.
You can be Batman Beyond. There you go. You can do that.
We'll switch. He can be Batman Beyond.
Perfect.
I'll be Bruce Wayne.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Now you got that sorted out.
Yep.
So before we
Mr.
only got a minute left. Unfortunately, we only got a minute left.
No
You
worries.
guys have been a lot of fun.
Did you play the clip?
We'd love to have you. Is there a clip? Were we
maybe.
sent a clip?
Yeah.
Communication
I-
people.
I did send it. I thought that's all right.
Now we got to glare at Arnie. All right.
Oh, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, we got a minute left, so what's up?
Okay, so what would you say to the struggling actor out there? One bit of advice, Mark.
Struggling actor out there. Which camera do I look at? This one?
No, it doesn't matter. They'll work it.
All right. Just keep pushing. keep grinding, try to do every audition that you can.
Okay.
And just never take your eye off the goal.
All right, cool. Jennifer. Or Jen with one N.
Yeah,
Jen
thank
Moran.
you.
Yeah.
Keep working hard, of course. Focus on what you want the end results be. I always make a very point to say thank you, especially to the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, and be polite and be professional.
Because
and
the
be
crew
punctual.
will get you the next job.
Well,
Also,
and
the
that
crew will make you
too.
look terrible.
And
Yeah.
anyone who's holding lights above my head or camera, like always be as kind as you can. It's a really aggressive industry, and
You bring it home, Joel.
Bring it home quickly. On top
No,
of that,
for sure.
one thing that I really like about being an actor in New England is that everyone that works in like the field and everything, from crew, cast, other actors, like be friends with them. Like everyone is constantly like promoting other projects, and like I've been tagged in like auditions I didn't even think of. I've seen other people, and you can congratulate them. It's not. It can be competitive, but you get more out of it when you like build these relationships.
Awesome. Well, Kate, you guys, it's been so much fun having you on the show. Would love to have
Thank
you
you
back
very
at
much
some
for
point
having
in time. So, Hop Top Films, they got more stuff coming out. Hotlines is a TV show that you guys are working on. Hopefully, we'll have you back when the show actually airs. Love to have you back for that. But for now, we are going to break, and when we come back, is our favorite segment of the show, Trailer Trash, early late night live show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. Be right back.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Steve.
You still got that late night show on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, I do, on the Early Late Night Live Show Facebook page.
The one with the guests?
Yeah, that show.
Sure, I can't be a guest?
You a photographer?
Yes, I am.
We don't have photographers on the show.
But what if I...
Welcome back to the Early Late Night Live Show. We're on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. And check us out on Facebook for more updates and stuff we got going on. I want to thank Hop Top Films for being on the show. Those people were awesome. They were a lot of fun to have on the show, and they're still standing behind the camera, so I got to make sure I talk nicely about them.
And we love Hallmark movies.
We love Hallmark movies. I just want to say really quick, the guy who's calling me on my phone right now, I'm on the air, can't answer the phone. But it's our favorite segment of the show, Trailer Trash. And Arnie, what is the first trailer we have up?
All right, so the first trailer we have is The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. Can we roll that?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, so this is a prequel to the Jim Henson film, The Dark Crystal, obviously. It's a series directed by Louis Leterrier, and it stars Helena Bonham Carter and Taron Egerton. I said that right, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, the guy who played Elton John.
Yes, and it returns to the world of Thra, where three Gelflings, thank you, discover the horrifying secret behind the Skeksis power and set out to ignite the fires of rebellion and save their world.
I think you're a fan, Mitch.
I am a fan.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's one of the movies that I remember. So I've always liked Jim Henson in general, and so
Me too.
the Muppets and everything, it was always fascinating to me. And I kind of wish I had gotten more involved with puppetry and voiceover when I was a kid, because that would have been kind of cool. But so the Dark Crystal is just this mythical world with these really cute characters. I think I had a little bit of a crush on Kira, the female puppet, which is kind of weird to say, but it's really true. And it was so this is kind of interesting too, a strong female character really early on in history of movies kind of situation.
It's not really as new a thing as everyone seems to think it is.
Exactly. So and then it was about elders and trial and tribulation, the dark against the light. I mean, it was just very easy to follow as a kid, and it was cool. And then they had a cute little animal, Fizz Gig, The voices were really cool, and then the beasts were awesome and gross, and the tech.
So yeah, a bit of a fan.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So I feel kind of bad for how I feel about the review for this.
So this is a series, though, and so at least that's what they're saying.
Series on Netflix.
So it's going to be interesting now. And did they mention prequel in the?
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Okay. So in the movie, more or less, they're fighting against the end of days of somebody taking over, essentially, the world through the power of this crystal and having everything just kind of come together when all the stars align kind of situation, and they thwart that effort. So it's going to be interesting to see what the storyline produces in the series.
So what do you think of this trailer?
So the trailer itself looks amazing, and it looks actually puppeteer. It still looks like puppets.
Right.
So that's kind of a neat feel to it. And then, but the coloration is just sharp and bright and crisp, and it looks better in that regard. So I'm really excited about it.
Okay, Arnie, now I'm going to let you take this. What's your view of the trailer?
So I only watched the last 20 minutes of the movie, the original movie. And I watched this trailer, and the thought that I walked away from was that crystal was really pretty. I wonder if they'll make like a necklace of that
Probably
crystal.
do.
It was really pretty.
Yeah, what their memorabilia is going to look like.
Yeah, I'm like, I really want one when that comes out. If Netflix is listening, I would buy
Merchandise,
that. Yeah,
customer.
exactly.
Well, we just played the trailer, so they're probably going to pull us down from YouTube, so they're probably listening.
But so I watched it, and I don't know. I just didn't get anything out of it. I got that there's a problem. The crystal's part of it. The girl is somehow supposed to save something, but I wasn't really sure why I cared because everything looked dark, creepy, and awful in it. Like to me, like I was like.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're trying to save because I couldn't tell the good guys from the bad guys. Except I assumed the lead girl, the girl with the white hair, is the good guy. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is she the one you had a crush on?
Kira, yeah.
Oh, okay. She was cute. I will give you that. So other than that, but I'm not a fan. So I'm coming at it new.
Sure, yeah.
So.
Well, I get that.
Okay.
I get that.
So I saw the trailer, and I have seen the original movie, and I saw it a long time ago. And I was a kid when it came out, when I saw it, and I don't know if around the time it came out, but I saw Jim Henson come up in the name, and I was like, cool, and I saw these little Muppets. I did not like the original movie, because it just felt very depressing to me. This felt like a Muppet's nightmare to me. This felt like, this is like Kermit in therapy. This really felt, this as a little kid, sort of like, I did not enjoy this. And so when I heard that this Dark Crystal series is coming out, it's not like a film I look back and I go, oh my God, I hate that movie or something like that. I just didn't enjoy it. And I saw this trailer, and I hate to say it, I think it looks dumb, but that's just because I'm not a fan of it. And I can't take Muppets, it's a very epic trailer. Muppets are not epic to me. They
are Kermit.
Okay.
Or and occasionally
Yoda.
The
only epic Muppet that has ever walked across screen was Yoda. Okay, like that was it.
One of the original cast members from Dark Crystal was the voice for Yoda.
Right, Frank Oz was right. Yes, and so it's just like I look at it, and to me. When I crap on a trailer, by the way, I don't want to say this is no reflection on the person who likes the film. If I do a reflection on that, I will mention it. But it's no reflection on a person who likes the film. Just to me, it looks stupid. Like that's what it looked like to me because I just felt like you're taking this way too seriously. This is, So it seemed like someone
like
took
Fraggle Rock, but
yes,
like there's darkness in Fraggle.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so
I'm a Fraggle Rock fan too.
Right. Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
And so
Down to Fraggle Rock.
But I'm a big fan of the Muppets. I'm a big fan of the Muppets when they're funny. Not when like their essence of their joy and happiness is being sucked out and the little creature
Is that
just walks.
what's going? So
It is super dark. So the whole Dark Crystal thing, dark is not a misnomer. I mean, it's not misleading in any way, shape, or form. It's a super dark movie. But and I think that's part of what attracted me to it is that it was so different. Like there's not a lot of that stuff.
Loves the Dark Crystal. Like loved it, and she introduced me to the Labyrinth movie with. What's his name?
Yep,
which was
similar.
fun.
Yes, and I did really enjoy that because it was so over the top. But I was older when I watched it too, so.
And it was funny.
Yeah, I guess.
Labyrinth
I mean,
was funny.
Was
I
it?
thought, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call
Well, I
it
don't
funny,
think anyone
but
took it seriously, right?
Never-ending story. Is Never-ending story funny? Is it lighthearted and
So
you know,
I watched
and, like,
Neverending Story for the first time the other
Peter
day.
Pan-ish? Okay.
No, I watched Neverending Story for the first time the other day, and once again, like I thought, there was a lot of drugs when this movie was made. Like someone had some drug dealer on speed dial making, no pun intended, making this movie. All right, and then like it is a classic '80s thing where the sequel, the Neverending Story Part 2, clearly forgot most of the sort of parts of the first one. You know, because like there's a lot of things that just don't connect. The father's completely different. The kid's mother died at apparently a different age than when the kid she died in the first.
So you watched the sequel as well?
I watched the sequel as well.
I haven't seen the sequel.
Yeah, I had nothing to do one day. It was just it took me 3 times trying to get through because I kept falling asleep. So that's
You're a dedicated movie watcher, though. You're gonna power through it.
So yeah,
It is interesting when the sequels don't get it right. Like for instance, you know, the Poseidon Adventure 2. I mean, that ship should have sunk by the time those people were
right. Yeah. And I mean, like Highlander
right, yeah.
just like has no
terrible
like,
movie.
Highlander had no clue what happened in the first one when they wrote the second one. That's all I'm saying. All right, but we got to move on to the rating because we're already running out of time with this. So Mitch, I think I can guess what the rating is for this for you.
I'm 2 thumbs up, man.
2
I
thumbs
can't
up,
wait.
all right.
I don't care what you say or anybody else, or
it's-
how dark it is,
it's
or
your
whatever.
opinion, man. As I said,
Yep,
no reflection,
I
no
don't,
reflection on you.
Yeah, I want
Arnie?
to see what's going
I'm
on.
just going to give it 2 in the middle because, like I said, I honestly couldn't tell the good side of this world from the bad, and I feel like I should have.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna go. Just 2 thumbs down. I don't want to see it. Like I'm just like I mean the puppetry looks good, but it looks like puppets, and it's like you know, I mean it's like taking this and going. "Arr!" I mean that's what it feels like with a really dramatic scene. That's all it feels like to me. So
Yeah.
sorry.
And I'm just rating the content and what I want to see, not necessarily the trailer itself. So
No,
the
yeah,
trailer
no, I
does.
know.
I mean, you guys
Yeah.
make good points about the trailer.
Okay.
It was
No,
kind
that's
of
okay. You're a fan,
hard
so it's good to have
it's
you
hard-
on this thing.
I can care less what the trailer looks like. It's Dark
a
Crystal.
very epic trailer. All right, let's move on.
Well
We're running out of
said.
time. We're moving on. Let's running out of time. We got to move on to the next trailer for what?
Gemini Man.
Gemini Man.
Let's roll that.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay, so Gemini Man is an action drama sci-fi film starring Will Smith and Clive Owen. It's directed by Ang Lee, and it's about an over-the-hill hitman who faces off against a younger clone of himself.
So, I'm going to take the helm first in this and say, because I saw this trailer before we even talked about reviewing it, and I posted on Facebook saying, this trailer is a reason why I wanted to make movies. This is the type of trailer that it's like there was interesting drama in it, good visuals, solid, hard-hitting action, and nothing seems over the top. This trailer looks 90s in a way. Some of the way the film is shot looks kind of 90s in a sense. There's not a lot of big moving camera. The plot is definitely kind of a 90s plot. There's a lot of these B action films always had someone being cloned about something, but this looks interesting. And I will say this, the young Will Smith, it looks amazing. He really looks like young Will Smith because there's not a huge difference between young Will Smith
Oh my
and
God,
old
Fresh
Will
Prince.
Smith. He looks like the Fresh Prince. That's what he looks like. So I love Jerry Bruckheimer. This movie looks, and I love Will Smith. This movie looks really good. Yeah, so really good to me. I want to see this. So, Arnie, actually, Mitch, your thoughts on this trailer?
Yeah, so the trailer I saw was kind of interesting. It was introduced with Will Smith on set doing a selfie. At least that's the version of the trailer I saw, which was a neat kind of a marketing ploy in general. I thought it was kind of funny that there was a group of, like an entire cast and set just frozen while he's talking about this film, wasting money for Will Smith. Well, I would love to be in that position.
Yeah.
I am fascinated by the subject matter of him having to somehow negotiate with the idea of being a clone and fight himself, and then the dynamics behind that, or some of the politics, maybe some of the science, because he talks about technology in a little bit of the trailer.
Cool,
explosions and motorcycle chases, that's interesting and cool, and guns are always a fun thing to see. So I'm super interested in the movie, and I love Will Smith, just to death.
Will Smith's awesome. Arnie, thoughts on the trailer? We got to move it over.
Okay, so I thought it was a very intriguing idea. And I thought they asked there was one thing that Will Smith said that I don't understand, which was they built a replica of me because I'm the only one, or something like that. So I'm like, Will Smith, the original one, is somehow special, and they didn't explain why.
Yeah.
And I thought that's interesting. And also the question of who has the right to clone people, which is also an interesting question. The trailer itself, I think, looks like it's draggy and heavy-handed. So I want to see it because it's Will Smith, and I'm really interested in the subject matter and the questions it raises, but I'm really worried that the movie's going to drag.
Okay.
And it's going to hit the points home with a hammer.
It's also because the guy directed his Life of Pi, and I got a feeling that was not a fast-paced movie.
Which is fine.
It was not at all.
It doesn't have to be fast-paced to be interesting, but like this looked heavy-handed to me.
Well, we're going to roll right into the ratings of this. Mitch Fortier.
Yeah, I'm
what's
going
the
to the theaters to see this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike Cahoe gives 2 thumbs up.
All right, way to go, Mike Cahoe.
Mike.
All right,
Yep.
Arnie?
And I'm going to give 1 thumb right up, 1 thumb like this.
All right, me 2 thumbs way up because it looks
I think
awesome.
Mark agrees with you.
Mark Root? Yeah, all right, there we go. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Winner.
Jumping up.
Jumping
Okay.
thumbs. All right. We haven't had one of those yet.
Yeah,
It's a
all
hot
right.
thumb.
We gotta go to break, and when we come back, it's anything goes with Mitch except for that one thing. So we'll be right back. The Late Night Live Show, Wednesday night, 7 to 8.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. No, I'm sorry. What I meant to ask is, can I exchange some money for your nickel?
Oh, yeah.
So, no, thank you. I'm sorry. I just don't want to go to the desk.
No. Let me see what I got here. Oh, you get 2 dimes for a nickel?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, no worries. Have a good one, man.
Wait a minute. 2 dimes for 1 nickel?
Yeah. It's like a dollar. It's 4 quarters and a dollar. It just sounds...
Right, but I think it's 2 nickels for 1 dime.
No. Let me show you what I mean. Give me 4 quarters.
4 quarters? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
Yeah, see, I mean... Oh, you're right. I did.
Right, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I owe you a nickel.
Oh yeah, perfect. Then I'll give you your 2 pennies back.
Yes. Have a good one, sir.
No, wait. I still only have 2 nickels. How did that work?
Because you gave me a Canadian dime.
A Canadian dime?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Well, that's American.
No. See, the head's a little different on this? It's Canadian.
I guess he does have kind of a receding hairline.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just keep whatever we have.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Early Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 in our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. Check it out, subscribe, like our Facebook page, and for some more cool stuff throughout the week. But right now it's time for Anything Goes with Mitch Fortier, except for that one thing.
And that one thing tonight was showing up on the set without anything.
Yes, without anything. Yes.
to do or talk in
As
the
you said,
segment.
I'll throw a monologue together.
Like I am getting something together. No, for the segment, not the monologue. That was I would have tried, but didn't quite work out.
So you got nothing.
No, I have something.
Oh, you do have something.
Yeah, the one thing that wasn't going to go was me showing up for my segment without something to talk about.
I see. Okay, all
So
right.
Arnie, fortunately, came up with an idea that I thought was cool, and I stole it.
Okay, good.
Good ideas are worth stealing.
So today, 75 years ago, was D-1, which is the day before D-Day, 1944. Thank you very much. I should have known that off the top of my head, but I didn't. That being said, so tomorrow is the 75th anniversary of D-Day. A pretty big deal, right?
Yeah.
Normandy, France, huge invasions, 5,000 ships, 11 countries, anywhere from 130,000 to 190 or 200,000 troops landing in one location it was 50 miles of beach.
Wow.
Basically from here to Boston worth of landing space. Leading up to it, espionage, false information being planted in Germany, giving them, and Hitler ignoring the information, thinking it was, they're not going to do this kind of a thing. Hitler was apparently sleeping on D-Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he woke up not to be disturbed.
Yeah, he woke up with a little bit of a surprise. They started early in the morning, but so a couple of other interesting facts. It actually lasted. So the first day, they estimated about 4,000 troops were killed in the first day alone. Through the 2 months, essentially, of the campaign, it was not just one day, it was an entire campaign. About 200,000 Allied troops were killed, about 34,000 of which were Americans. Another estimated 200,000 Germans were killed during the process, and then, countless others, people involved. But
yeah, one of my
it was
mom's
pretty
relatives
crazy.
was involved. He was part of the cleanup crew. went and
Really?
collected the bodies
Whoa.
and stuff. Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't
Yeah.
heavy, but yeah.
No,
It
so
still
that's
impacts us today.
Anything
That's my
goes.
point. Yeah, sorry.
Yep. So what brought this up, to bring it to a little bit of a lighter note, was there's a movie called The Longest Day with John
Wayne.
John Wayne, and you guys are big John Wayne fans.
Yeah, John Wayne, Eddie
So
Albert, a
I'm
whole bunch
like,
of people were in that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, big
So I'm
John.
like, all right, that's cool. I
Roddy
wonder.
McDowell was in that movie. He
Yeah.
had to leave Cleopatra to film that part.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just saying.
Directed by 3 different directors, I think, right?
4, I believe.
3 or 4 different directors.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, each one took a segment. So they followed the French, the English, the Americans, and the Germans. So each director took a different part. And you can kind of tell from some
Okay.
of the shots that there was a difference of style.
That's cool. I
it's a
actually
really-
like
it's a
that
good
idea.
movie. It is a good movie, yeah.
It reminds me of a series called Trois Couleurs, or Blue, Blanc, et Rouge, the 3 colors. It was a French movie, and all 3 films, I think they're actually directed by the same director. I'm not entirely sure, but they overlap. 3 different storylines that you can see the other movie happening in the background, but you're not part of that film and that storyline. It's so you should check it out. It's probably subtitled, but it's amazing.
The Longest Day is notable because Robert Mitchum almost stole the movie from John Wayne. Didn't, but almost, because he had this epic speech on the beach where he was getting everybody like, we got to go over it one more time, and it was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'm like, so anyway.
Yeah,
Not
so
too epic for me because I only remember John Wayne.
And I think I've only seen part of The Longest Day with my father, or at some point in time when he was watching movies, and so I thought that was kind of, so I got Googling like I do, and Googling is a verb these days. It's pretty wild.
Yes.
And to see how many movies they made about D-Day. So any guesses? I think I mentioned it earlier, so you're gonna know. Jack, how many movies do you think they made of D-Day? D-Day based movies.
I'm gonna say a dozen.
Close.
Really?
15.
15.
That's how many. That's how many came up on the list. So they scroll over. Now there might be more, but these are ones that are listed at least, like probably an IMDb credit kind of situation. So
Those are all
notable
the
in that
World
regard.
War II movies that involve D-Day.
That were based on D-Day.
So
And some of them
it's
very
not
loosely.
all World War II movies.
Bob Turndrow says 4 languages too.
Oh, and
No, I think the German part's all in German, I believe.
Yep.
But the other 3 parts are in English.
Yeah, okay.
So.
you know what? I probably should have pulled the audience for that one. That would have been a good one.
That would be good, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Next time I'll think of you and ask you what you think.
It is 4 languages. Yeah. English and British and American is different.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's really just American dialect and British. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I could dispute that. But that being said, all right. So you guys want to play a game?
Yes, let's do it.
How many of these 15 movies between the 2 of you
Okay.
can you guess?
All right, so we'll
Or
go
can you
back
come
and
up
forth.
with?
Arnie will start off with 1.
I'm going to think. I don't watch very many war movies.
I only came up with 3 for the record.
Okay.
Like-
Good. All right.
So I did terrible.
Okay.
I expect you to do at least twice as good.
I'll do probably about twice as worse, to be perfectly honest. Because you already named one of the ones that I was going to name. All right, Arnie, go ahead.
Well, what am...
You name it, got a name.
Saving Private Ryan.
Okay. So, she stole the one I was going to say.
Yeah, because of the other one. Yeah.
Let me see, D-Day?
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's a movie called D-Day?
There is.
Okay. That was just a lucky guess on my part.
That was one of the ones I got too.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I have no idea what else. Those
Yeah,
are the
so
3 I knew.
interesting, right? Yeah, so the only thing, I knew D-Day, I knew The
Eagles
Longest
Dare?
Day,
Where Eagles
and
Dare
Saving
is not
Private
a...
Ryan.
Where Eagles Dare is not a
Where
D-Day
Eagles
movie.
Dare is a...
And Patton is in Italy. Oh, sorry. I keep
based
running
in.
into you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
we could probably dispute it, but like I said, this is all Google's
Okay.
fault. It's not mine.
Okay, can I see that movie?
Like, I didn't
quick?
say it.
Can I
Wow.
see this? I've
But-
seen where I love Where Eagles Dare. It's one of my
Patton.
favorite movies.
But like you were
Yeah.
saying, D-Day was more than just the beach day.
It was. There was stuff
There
obviously
was
going
more
on.
stuff, so that could involve, that
Yeah.
list of movies could involve literally
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
the
Patton was pretty
smallest
long,
piece
so I
of
could have
D-Day
gotten-
was involved.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
could've gotten
they
lost in
were
Patton,
during the
so-
time in the period of, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so
Let's
it's
do
like,
this. Okay. The Dirty Dozen. That's a precursor to D-Day, I think, though. They were going in and killing a whole bunch
might
of
be a
generals
lead
then.
up,
Right,
but-
yep. Where
which
Eagles
case-
Dare is one of my favorite war movies of all
Such a
time.
good
It stars Clint Eastwood and, not Robert Mitchum.
Richard Burton.
Richard Burton, right.
Who I believe is also in Longest Day.
Longest Day, yes. And it's based off of Alistair MacLean book, who was a famous spy author, you know, and they're going to the Schloss Adler, Castle of the Eagles, you know. Great movie, not a D-Day movie though.
No, but it did have one kick-ass girl agent in it. I don't know if you remember, but she's like machine gunning all the
She was
Germans
awesome.
and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, she was cool.
Good movie.
So they might have mashed in some just general World War II movies into that
but
list.
36 Hours stars James Garner.
That's a good movie.
That is a D-Day movie. You know who else was actually starred and who had a small part in in 36 Hours? To our Star Trek fans out there, a young fella by the name of James Doohan.
I'm ashamed because I thought you were going to pull out the other name, which was the guy who played as Schultz in Hogan's Heroes, had a small part as a villain in it.
Yep.
Curious.
Yeah.
36
James
Hours,
Doohan played Scotty in Star Trek.
Oh, nice. Oh,
He
yeah.
has
No,
a
okay.
Very tiny bit part in it. 36 Hours. That's a good movie.
There were two movies that started calling D-Day. One was D-Day, and the other one was D-Day something else further down the list. About
D-Day, the
three-quarters of the way
6th of June.
6th of June, yeah.
Right. Another one's
It was
called.
an older one.
Let me see. Normandy, France. Code name Operation Overlord.
No, Overlord was remade, or at least there was another version of it. One was in the 60s, and the other one was in 2018, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Battleground, Ike, Patton. I've never seen Patton. You've seen Patton.
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Yeah.
It's a really good movie.
But now I have a new list of movies to go watch.
Yeah. Breakthrough, Hell in Normandy. That sounds like a horror.
But if they're doing lead-ups, Dunkirk really should have been on that list because by the time you walked out of Dunkirk, you were like, oh my God, I'm so glad I watched The Longest Day because this would have been a real downer if I didn't know John Wayne was coming.
Right. Yeah. No, this is interesting. How many of these more movies have you seen, Jack? You seen any of these?
I mean, I've seen the basics, Saving Private Ryan, and I haven't seen Patton either.
Okay. Where Eagles Dare, Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, I've seen Dirty Dozen. I don't think I've seen Where Eagles Dare.
I actually just saw Where Eagles Dare is awesome. I actually just saw the Dirty Dozen for the first time.
I haven't seen that yet. I've seen Patton.
It's
Guns of Navarone.
Yeah, the Guns of Navarone.
Yeah.
Force 10 from Navarone, which was a
haven't
sequel.
seen that, but.
You ever seen that like documentary series about World War II?
Oh, what was that? Band of Brothers?
Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
I've seen
Oh,
that.
yeah.
where
I've seen
they-
that entire
they do-
series, too.
They do
Yeah.
D-Day.
Yeah,
So that's a TV show. That's not a movie.
Yeah. So this is interesting. This is really really interesting. But I guess we should definitely take a moment to remember,
Of course,
the
yeah.
sacrifice that was, because anything goes with Mitch, and we don't talk sports, politics, or swear on this show. But hey, this is a day we can't really ignore. So. Yeah, to all
a big deal.
Yeah, to all those who've lost on that day, and to all those who are still around who have served.
Yep.
We thank you, and
Hear, hear.
It's here. We'll never forget. So, got anything else, Mitch?
I'm doing a show in the fall called Hamlet.
Oh.
Yeah, for Milford area players.
Talk about a bunch of other people getting killed. Yeah.
Hamlet has probably my favorite ending of any Shakespeare play.
Interesting.
Yeah, because there's a part where basically, there's that king that's coming in from, I forget where, who's going to come and take over the kingdom. And he walks into the throne room and he's like, I'm here! And everybody's already dead. And he's like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, that stole my thunder. It's kind of like the whole thing. I love that ending. And but are you playing Hamlet?
I'm not. I'm playing Laertes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ophelia's brother, which is still a good role. I mean, of course, I wanted
So you get the
Hamlet, and I
sword
told the
fight, right?
director.
Am I thinking of that right?
Yes, at the end, right? The poison sword and all that other stuff. Some say it's the greatest play ever written. And so that's not a surprise that it's your favorite ending, but yeah. So that'll go up
Terry
in
got to go to the
the
castle.
end of
That's
September.
where we're, So we went to the Hamlet Castle. Okay.
Which is in Denmark.
In Denmark.
Cool.
Yeah. And I was all excited because I'm like, oh, we got to go to the castle.
Sweden.
See, if I had more
No, it's
money,
Denmark.
I'd go and do stuff like that because I'm going to write it off as a business expense for character research.
Yes. Well,
I need to
so
totally
I
get
think
on
you
this.
probably would have had a
At least I
different
used to
experience.
be able to. Now the
I
laws might have changed.
I think you probably would have had a slightly different experience than me, because if there's a lot of reading involved with something, I'm just not interested, And so there's a lot of look, don't touch type of things in a castle because it's all ancient. And
Yeah,
stuff
it's
like
just
that.
it's a museum really for all intents and
Yeah,
purposes.
yeah.
It's not a go-kart ride.
Yeah.
Or mini golf.
But no, but
I've never gone through a castle so fast in my entire life than when I went through this castle with Terry, and it was a big castle.
Was it because he was running?
He's
Or-
bored. Oh, look at this. And he was like, oh, let's go. It's just a window. It's a bed. Let's just move. He wasn't excited until we got to the dungeons, and he had his Indiana Jones hat, and then he was like, we can pose in the dungeon with my Indiana Jones
because you can wander around the dungeon,
Totally, yeah.
you wander around everywhere, and there's all these cool places to take photos. So we just started. I said, "Cool, let's just take a bunch of cool posters."
So
here.
what made it the Hamlet Castle? That's what I'm not entirely
It's where
sure
Hamlet
about.
actually lived.
Just, okay.
Because it's based on a real family, the play, and
That I did not
that's
know.
where that family lives.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was Lion King was kind of, part, and I never made that connection before. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff on
have
this
a
show.
lot-
Wait a second.
See, that's the only.
Hang on a second. Hang on a
If
second.
nothing else, I'm going to learn a bunch of crap
Hang on a
on this
second.
show.
As
Useless
we-
information
At
that
this
nobody
point in
will know.
time, in the show, we're starting to learn things. You want to know what that means? The show must be coming to an end. It's the end of the It's the Early Late Night Live Show,
Indeed.
everyone. We are on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching us on the YouTube channel. We're growing that up right now. And make sure you like us on Facebook for more weekly updates. I want to thank Mitch Fortier for coming in, as always.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
I get paid to be here ish.
Whatever.
You get paid? Oh my God.
Shut up, Arnie.
Right.
All right. And KJ, you're here.
I
I want to thank Mark, Joel, and Jennifer for coming in. Jen with one N for coming in for making one of the most entertaining interviews that I have had. And I want to thank Exeter TV. This is Terry Traynor with the Early Late Night Live Show, and we'll see you next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Take care.
Bye, everybody.